Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to the Solano College Sports Network. My name is Cade Manor. I'm joined by my good friends Drew Kirby and Zion Trammell, and welcome to the Pacific Empire League Baseball. We've got an exciting matchup between the Medford Rogues and the Solano Mudcats here at Solano Community College. We saw these two teams face off yesterday, and the Rogues took that one 9-2 off a great performance from their pitching staff. That win improved their record to 21-16, while the Mudcats dropped below 500 at 13-14. I'd like to pass it to you, Zion. What can you tell me about not just their performance yesterday as a pitching team, but just this Rogues team as a whole?
Well, their pitching was outstanding. The offense really propelled them, and it was the middle of the order with Levi Jones and Jack Meisner that propelled this team to a victory yesterday. Looking to see how the Mudcats can kind of handle them today, but they're kind of my key hitters to watch in tonight's game, and the pitching needs to keep it rolling and see if they can pick up a second straight win.
Yeah, Levi Jones and Jack Meisner, they're 3-4 hitters in the lineup of the Medford Rogues. Had a great day yesterday. Levi Jones started off the scoring with a 3-run home run in the top of the first, and Jack Meisner had 3 doubles. Great game for him. So before we hop in to the lineups and the Mudcats side of things, we'll take a quick break for our national anthem. We're ready for baseball here on this Wednesday evening. The Medford Rogues versus the Solano Mudcats here on the Solano College Sports Network. DJ Anderson starting on the mound for the Mudcats. They drew a guy that you went to high school with. I played with him in high school. What can you tell us about him?
I mean, really tall guy. And once he stands on the mound, I mean, you can see it from here. Really, I mean, just a hard-throwing pitcher. In the couple of games that we've seen when he pitches, he gets a lot of strikeouts. It's just kind of a walking problem with him a little bit. But for me, the key to the game for the pitching side of the ball for DJ is, of course, just to limit the walks. I know I do sound like a broken record every broadcast when I say it, but it really does make the difference.
Yeah, DJ Anderson has had a stellar summer so far. He'll be making his 5th start on the season in 20 innings pitched. He has a 1.8 ERA, so he's been absolutely dominant out there on the mound. The 6'8" sophomore from Concordia. Certainly going to be the key of the game for the Mudcats, as the Rogues were able to strike early in the game yesterday. Scored 3 in the first inning off of the home run from Levi Jones. And the Mudcats were never really able to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, really, that was kind of the momentum shifter that whole game. Once that home run was hit, it kind of felt like the Mudcats dugout was a little quiet and a little out of the game since after that part.
Yeah, and based off of the stats that I mentioned for DJ Anderson and the stellar summer that he's had so far, I think this is the perfect guy to come in and shut down this Rogues offense early.
I agree.
I'm curious to see how many innings he'll go to, as we've seen the Solano starters haven't really gone past 3 innings.
They haven't, and it's really interesting because yesterday Lamperty, the relief pitcher, went like 4 2/3, I think it was. So I am curious to see how much DJ goes here.
Congratulations. I got a couple congratulations. I got it. I got over there.
And yeah, if you're the Mudcats, I think what's going to be interesting is if they do go down early, how do they respond? Offense really needs an awakening here. they've certainly struggled in yesterday's game and trying to get runners on base and capitalize with runners in scoring position. We did mention, or at least I mentioned yesterday, that Tony Castingway has left the team, and I thought also Connor Ross left, but he is back. He's still with the team, and he's in the lineup today. So certainly looking at him to having a big game tonight.
Yeah, I think you make a good point, Zion. Another keys, one of the highlights that I had for this Mudcats team is to just take advantage when you have leadoff runners. There was a couple innings in the last game yesterday against the Rogues where they got that leadoff guy on, but just were not able to move him over, and that was really the fall off for that game.
Cody Nidowitz will step up to the box. We're ready to get underway here. Just a couple minutes behind schedule. This first pitch will look to be 5:01 p.m. Way inside.
Yeah, Anderson's looked comfortable starting games. He's pretty much just been in a starting role for the Mudcats. Curious how he'll handle this lineup today.
Ball 2 up high to Cody Nidowitz.
And a lot of these Mudcats starters have struggled with command early in their outings, whether it's coming out of the bullpen or starting a game. That's really important. They cannot allow walks early on in the ball game, especially to the top of the order. Because if you have runners in scoring position with this middle of the lineup, they can make you pay.
2-1 pitch is up way high, 3-1 now. Nidowitz was held hitless in the game yesterday. He went 0 for 3, but he did have 2 walks, and both times he got on base, he ended up coming around to score. So definitely not a guy that DJ Anderson wants to put on base to start off the game here, but he'll miss high for ball 4 and a leadoff walk. The exact same way that the game started off yesterday.
See if Anderson can maybe try to erase it with a ground ball here. Just really important with a guy like Levi Jones to have as few runners on base, because he's very unlikely that he gets shut out without a hit.
Fake steal on the first pitch from Nidowitz. He took a good 2 or 3 steps to make it look like he was going to go, but put on the brakes. As the pitch was a ball to the center fielder, Liam Barrett. Barrett in the game yesterday was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. That one is lined down the right field line, and that's going to get down for a hit. Nidowitz rounds second. He's going to end up at third. And just like that, the Rogues have runners on first and third with nobody out.
So DJ will find himself in another jam, but I mean, we've seen him get out of worse situations than this, so very curious to see how he responds.
That'll bring up Levi Jones, second baseman yesterday. He will be doing the designated hitting today. Of course, Levi Jones had a day yesterday. He went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and all 3 of those RBIs, of course, coming on the absolute bomb that he hit in the first inning. Looked like Anderson tried to go first pitch breaking ball to him, but it breaks down and in for ball 1. Very similar situation to the one he was in yesterday where he got that home run. Anderson's 1-0 pitch is up way high.
Yeah, he's just got to bring it down a little bit. Finish his pitches a little bit better. And I would try to work the outside corner against Jones. Try not to let him get something in the inner part of the plate.
And Levi Jones seems like the kind of guy where if you give him an opportunity to pull the ball, he's going to hit it very far. Comes back with a strike on that 2-0 count. Got Levi Jones to swing on the inside. So 2 balls and 1 strike now. The 2-1 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Mudcats catcher today, Austin Menacini. And Anderson is in a 3-1 hole against Levi Jones. His 3-1 pitch goes right after him and blows a fastball by him.
Yeah, it could be a risky approach, but I like it. Try not to see if you can get him to chase or swing and miss.
The payoff pitch went right back to it again with the fastball. Levi Jones just missed that one. He fouls it straight back. Those last two fastballs, that over-the-middle belt-high fastball is the same pitch that he hit very far over the right field fence. So no fear from DJ Anderson. Another 3-2 pitch. He misses with that one. It gets away from Menacini, but Nidowitz will remain at third, and that'll load him up. So we mentioned a little bit yesterday about how there was a game a couple weeks ago against the Lincoln Potters where the Mudcats pitching allowed the bases loaded with no outs in the first inning and were somehow able to work out of it and get out of the inning with no runs scored. As head coach Kyle Stafford will go and have a word with Anderson early in this one, as he's in quite the jam to start this game.
Yeah, this is a very difficult situation to find yourselves in, especially in the first inning. You kind of want to settle in, try to get a couple easy outs. Instead, you load the bases for the four-hitter, and Meisner, who had 3 doubles yesterday, so he's certainly someone that can make you pay. Question is how careful. You can't be too careful with him. You certainly can't walk him.
And say Jack Meisner, as we said, 3 doubles yesterday. You look at the scorecard, you think, dang, 3 line drives into the gap for doubles. That one is grounded to second base. Flip to second for 1, back to first, double play. Nice turn there from the Mudcats infield of Indelicato and Crudo. And a run scores, but they get 2 outs out of it, and I think if you're the Mudcats, you take that any day.
Yeah, that's absolutely the best result. Maybe not the number one best result that you can get, but certainly something that you'll take. So it makes things a lot more manageable now with 2 outs and only giving up 1 run.
So Meisner grounds into a double play. The run scores, and Liam Barrett goes over to third. So it is now a 1-0 ball game. In the top of the first, with 2 outs and a runner on third for the Rogues catcher today, Ian Fernandez. Up and in with that one. Yes, as I was saying about Meisner, you look at the scorecard. I mean, obviously, yes, he did have a good game, but we talked about how all of the doubles that he had were kind of not traditional doubles that you would think of.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of ones that kind of just got right exactly where it needed to be. No one in that area, but doubles are doubles, I'm sure Mason will take that all day.
Gets back in the zone here against Fernandez. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Still in a hole, still behind. He has to come back in the zone again. Got him way out in front. And Anderson fights back from 3-0 to make it 3-2.
That was a good slider there. Broke away from Fernandez. Wonder if he goes back to it or fires in a fastball.
Fernandez did not play in the game yesterday. Catching was done by Tyler Horner. Strike 3 swinging. So DJ Anderson works back from 3-0 to strike out Ian Fernandez and works himself out of a bases-loaded no-out jam with only 1 run across for the Medford Rogues. Solano will come up in the bottom of the first and try to respond. It is 1-0. Bottom of the first now as the Rogues are once again able to score early, take a lead in the first inning as they bring one across. But you have to imagine that with bases loaded and no outs, they would have liked to get more than one across the plate.
Yeah, I'd consider that a victory for the Mudcats. You know, obviously you don't like to go down in the first inning, but given the circumstances, you'll absolutely take it. Now, I want to see the Mudcats respond in the first inning. They've had a little bit of trouble getting going in the early parts of the ball game. I'd like to see this Mudcats lineup, see if they could put a run across or at least a couple base runners on, just to get the Rogues thinking about something, you know, where they kind of run into a little bit of trouble.
Leading off for the Mudcats, center fielder Holden Rook, who we talked about clip a little bit yesterday, was the unfortunate victim of the viral Twitter clips. I'm looking out there. It looks like he still has a dent in the helmet. And he's quickly behind 0-2. Strike three called. So aggressive pitching early from the big lefty starter of the Medford Rogues, Tyler Mejia. So Mejia on the season, this will be his 6th appearance, but his first start. In 9 innings, he has an 8.0 ERA, 8 strikeouts to 6 walks.
He's not messing around there. 3 straight strikes to set down Rook. Nope. He is not wasting any time out there on the mound. He's ready to go.
That'll bring up the switch-hitting first baseman, Ansel Carson. Takes a swing at the first pitch and chops it over the head of Mejia. The play is made by Meisner. And a wild throw to first, so Carson will reach. That's a tough play to make. As soon as the chopper kind of gets over the head of the pitcher Mejia, it becomes a very difficult play for the left side of the Rogues infield.
It definitely was, but certainly I think a play that Meisner feels that he could probably make. And on the run there, maybe could have taken a little more time to make that throw, but works out for Carson.
Preston Freeman will step into the box now and take a first pitch strike on the outside. And Mejia is certainly pounding the zone so far. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. Pickoff attempt of Carson at first, but he reads the sneaky pickoff move of the lefty and slides back head first.
So if you're the Mudcats, you got to be ready to go.
Strike 2.
Cannot be taking too many pitches. Got to be ready to swing and not wait for your pitch.
Right back to the fastball. That one misses high and out. So the first ball from Tyler Mejia. He's been locked in. Swung on and fouled off out of play by Freeman.
He's also locating pretty well. Moving in and out of the plate. Locating.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the Mudcats' third baseman. Here's the pitch. It's lined back up the middle for a base hit. And Preston Freeman got himself a hit to lead off this game.
One of the more consistent hitters on this Mudcat team. He's ready to go, and when you got a guy that's throwing a lot of strikes, you can expect one to be in the zone. So you got to be, if you're ready to swing, you can take advantage of a pitch that has too much of the plate, and Freeman did that, took it to center field.
First pitch to the designated hitter, Connor Ross, is on the high inside corner for a strike. We were mistaken yesterday. We had thought that Ross had left the team, but he is certainly still here. That one is hit hard in the left field. Going back is Nidowitz, reaches over his head and makes the play. Nice catch there from Nidowitz. And a hard hit ball from Ross, but fortunately he'll come up empty. And there are now 2 outs.
Yeah, it's good reach there from Nidowitz. Really just a good job to track that ball down.
First pitch to Dalen Ship. Misses high and out. 1 ball and no strikes. So the Mudcats right fielder played left field in the game yesterday. He's playing in right today. Back to the breaking ball again is Tyler Mejia, and that catches the outside corner. And 3 straight breaking balls to Dalen Ship.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I was hoping the Mudcats would do in this inning, and curious if they can capitalize, but they're swinging away and making good contact so far.
2-1. He got a fastball, but he blew it right by him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dalen Ship. Carson on second and Freeman on first. Mejia's 2-2 is chopped foul down the third baseline.
It's a good job to fight that one off. I think he will go back to the fastball, so could be a nice pitch for Ship to hit here.
Here's another 2-2 pitch, is in the dirt. Ship had to get out of the way of that one.
Well, it was a fastball, just not a pitch anyone could hit.
So full count with 2 outs. So with no open base, the runners will be on the move. So big opportunity here for Ship if he can put one in the gap. As Mejia tries to catch Carson sleeping a little bit, as he knew he'd be running on the pitch to see if he could get a free out. But Carson gets back. He'll go to the plate now. Got him looking with the breaking ball on the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Mejia. So 2 hits for the Mudcats, but both will be left on base. It is 1-0 after 1 here on the Solano College Sports Network. Top of the second now. I have the Rogues have an early 1-0 lead in this one. Had the bases loaded with no outs in the top of the first. Only able to score 1. And then the Mudcats had a couple of hits in the bottom of the inning, but were not able to get them across. They were stranded on base. DJ Anderson come back out and look to settle in a little bit. Right fielder Aiden Horsley will step in to lead off this inning. First pitch off speed, misses a bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ball 2. Back-to-back off speed, it looked like, from Anderson to Horsley. Horsley struggling so far this summer. 181 average on the season. But he's in a good count now, 3-0. Anderson's pitch misses up, so 4-pitch walk to Horsley. And another leadoff walk. Now to bring up the second baseman, Josh Graham. Graham hitting 192 so far this summer. Takes a first pitch strike from Anderson. He's able to get ahead in this one.
Yeah, he's got to do a little bit more of that. Get ahead if it counts. Really sets you up nicely for the rest of the AB.
That one is popped up into shallow right, and Delicado going out, and it's going to drop in. But because the runner at first had to freeze, they're still able to get an out of it. Very luckily.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those things that it's nothing that Horsley can do there at first. It's a lucky break there for the Mudcats. Not
Very
the worst
lucky
thing
break.
if you drop it.
So, a mental mistake, but it doesn't come back to bite the Mudcats as first pitch swinging first baseman Johnny Backus. So Josh Graham is now on first base. A 1 pitch from Anderson misses just a bit low. Menacini tried to frame that one to get the call, but doesn't get it. One pitch from Anderson. I think it hit him. Yeah, it did. So Johnny Backus is hit by a pitch. That'll put runners on first and second now with only 1 out in the inning.
Once again, the Rogues getting some traffic on the bases for the second inning in a row. This has not been an easy first time through the lineup for Anderson.
Shortstop Frankie Rutigliano.
Try saying that 3 times as fast as you can.
I don't want to embarrass myself. He'll square around a bunt.
Whoa.
He pops it up, but it'll go foul.
Everyone gets nervous when the ball goes up in the air and on a bunt. That's the last thing you want to do. Unfortunately for the Mudcats, it wasn't close to a glove, so I doubt he'll square around to bunt again, but
Yeah, got a little lucky there, as with the runners on first and second, third baseman Freeman was not the one crashing, so he didn't really have a play. No square around this time from Rutigliano. He'll take strike 2 instead. So he wasn't able to get the job done with the bunt. He's got to do it swinging the bat now. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Just low.
good spot to miss there. It looked like a changeup. Just a better take.
Anderson's 1-2 pitch is up high. Looked like maybe for a second Rutigliano wanted to chase it, but He thinks wiser of it. Well, the count is now even at 2-2. The pitch is fouled straight back. So Rutigliano will stay alive to see another pitch. Josh Graham on second and Johnny Backus on first with 1 out in the inning. Another 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. Mendicini throws to third as Graham was taken off, but he'll get there safely. So Graham read the ball in the dirt. Mendicini scooped it cleanly, but Graham just had that good of a jump that he was still able to take third.
Yeah, it was the pitch kind of took Mendicini to the right a little bit off balance, and yeah, great read by Graham.
Backus was not following him, so he remains at first. So it's first and third now. That one is hit in the air in the left, but it is right at Max McGee. He'll make the catch. Graham will tag up, and it is now 2-0 Medford.
And good heads-up baseball takes all the credit for that run.
So yeah, the steal ends up scoring a run across for the Rogues, as Rutigliano will get himself an RBI with the sacrifice fly. In the top of the order will also come back up here in the second inning with Cody Nidowitz, who led off the game with a walk.
Thank you very much, man.
First pitch to him from Anderson is on the inside corner for strike one. Nidowitz was either upset with the call or upset that he let that one go by his body language. The 0-1 pitch is again up high. A lot of high fastballs from Anderson. Hit in the air in the left. Easy play for McGee, and that'll end the inning. So another run across for the Rogues, thanks to some heads-up base running and a sacrifice fly from Rutigliano. It is now 2-0. We'll see if Solano can answer back in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second now for the Mudcats, as Austin Mendicini, Max McGee, and Tyler Crudo do up in this inning. We'll try to cut into this 2-run lead from the Rogues. So the catcher, Austin Mendicini, step in now against Tyler Mejia. Misses outside with that fastball. The 1-0 off of the inside half of the plate, so 2-0 now for Mendicini. 3-0 count. Mejia comes back into the zone. So good hitters count for him, 3-1, but that one misses way inside. It was behind him, so he'll take the walk.
Something the Rogues have been able to do is get that leadoff runner on. The Mudcats doing it here. The difference so far in these two games has been the Rogues have capitalized. Mudcats have not.
We'll see if that changes in this inning as a leadoff base runner for the Mudcats, and Max McGee stepping into the box now takes a first pitch strike on the lower half of the plate. Max McGee, the sophomore out of San Diego State, grounds one to the right side. Graham will just go to first and get the one out. So with the soft contact, Mendocini will advance to second. So a productive out for McGee. And that'll now bring up the shortstop today, Tyler Crudo. First pitch to him is fastball right down the middle for strike one. Misses down and out with that one.
So in yesterday's game in the 7th inning, Crudo had a situation where it was a 3-2 pitch and it was ball 4, but no one, neither him or anyone on the Mudcat side knew it was ball 4. And I went back and looked, and it was in fact ball 4. It should have been a walk. Instead it was strike 3.
And say at the time of the at-bat, it was very crucial at-bat. It could have been the difference between the Mudcats coming back or not, but I feel like at the end of the day, they lost by 7. I don't think it really mattered too much. At the time, I believe they were down by 3.
Yeah, it was 5-2, yeah. But it would have been the leadoff base runner, and yeah, I mean, I'm just surprised that nobody knew, not even the umpire.
In the dirt with the 1-2 pitch. So 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now, if this happens again, I might have to yell. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but say, hey, it's ball 4.
So sound warning for you guys watching, as that one is hit in the air into left center field. Barrett coming over from center field. He'll make the play. So a deep fly out for Crudo. Mendocini will remain at second. Shout out the Mudcats, Bat Boy Cooper.
We've seen him here a couple times. Stadium. Good to see he's back.
Second baseman Braden Indelicato. Step into the box now. See if he can finally get a run across here for the Mudcats. As with a runner on second and 2 outs, he'll need to get a hit into the outfield.
I want to go back to that Mendocini at bat. I mean, it seems very out of character for Tyler Mejia to throw that 4-ball walk. I mean, he's really been pounding the zone all game.
Looks like the breaking ball got away from him that time. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Mejia so far has a perfect 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. 22 strikes to 11 balls. He has certainly been in the zone so far in this one, as that one catches the low inside corner, and Indelicato is behind 1 and 2. 8 for 41 is Indelicato this summer for a 195 average, one of those being a home run. And Mejia gets him to swing and miss for strike 3. So a leadoff walk for the Mudcats, but they again strand him. And Mejia has gone through 2 scoreless. It is 2-0 Rogues after 2 on the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Christian Villanueva, and this is your SEC Update. The 2023-2024 season for the speech and debate team was a huge success for Solano. The team participated in over 11 tournaments throughout California, including their state and national tournaments. At the state tournament, the team won bronze in all events from debate to individual speeches. The 7 participants, Tyler Sasabushi, Malika Armin Mirador, Siobhan Odom, Adam Mitchell, Shreya Srinivasan, Victor Ramos, and Christian Villanueva all won bronze in at least one of their events. The team then moved on to their national tournament in Reno, where they competed with schools across the country. It was a week-long tournament in which the team won gold, silver, and bronze medals. Coach Janine Whitesell also earned the Collie Taylor Fellowship Award for coaches. It was a successful season for the Solano speech and debate team as they strive to continue that success in the upcoming 2024 season. This has been your SCC Update.
2-0 Rogues after 2. DJ Anderson will come back out and look to keep the score that way.
Try to keep his pitch count down as well. I believe he's at 40 pitches so far. And if he wants, I don't know if he'll go more than 3 innings, but if he wants to do so, he'll need to keep it down in this inning. It's kind of the weird thing about summer ball is you never know how long a pitcher is going to be used because you don't obviously want to overuse somebody, have him throw too many pitches because.
And he has the heart of the Rogues lineup to get through here in the top of the 3rd. So I mentioned in the last inning that Anderson has been leaving a lot of his fastballs up high. I'm sure it's probably more difficult for a guy that's 6'8" to finish down. He finishes down that time and catches the ball up.
I mean, how many guys do you see that are really tall, 6'3", 6'4", in high school, college, that throw, especially high school, that throw really hard, just can't finish, can't
get
control.
Downhill.
Yeah. Can't command very well. Guys that do obviously turn out pretty good, and for Anderson, it's worked out for him. But you'll still see that as you progress. The taller pitchers, they can throw hard, but sometimes they can struggle with command.
2-1 count to Liam Barrett. That one is hit in the air in a shallow center field. Holden Rook is coming in, and it's going to drop right in front of him. So Liam Barrett puts one right in the right spot out in shallow center field. There was not really anybody on the Mudcats that had a chance to make that play.
It's the most frustrating hits you can give up as a pitcher when you get the weak contact, nothing hit really hard off the bat, and it just cannot find a glove because it's hit in between them.
And despite the 2 runs already across, that is only the 2nd hit of the game for the Rogues. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch from Levi Jones. Looked like he was trying to put another one over the fence with that swing. Up high with that one, so the count is now evened up at 1-1.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of swing and misses from Jones so far. Yes, he did walk him, but he's not given up any strong contact yet to Jones.
Liam Barrett, not really much of a lead at first, as another swing and a miss from Jones. And Anderson is ahead of the power hitting designated hitter 1 and 2.
And he seems pretty late on both of those misses.
Say fouled down the left field line. McGee tried to make an attempt at it, but it'll fall foul. So again, late.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned Zion, that these tall guys throw a lot harder, and I think a lot of that just has to do with the distance that the ball actually has to travel is cut a lot because of the longer legs and arms of these guys. They step farther, their arms reach out farther. So from the distance that the ball leaves the pitcher's hand to hitting the catcher's glove is significantly less with a guy like DJ Anderson. The 2-2 pitch to Jones is right back up the middle and past the dive of Indelicado. Barrett round second. He's going to go to third, and Jones is going to end up at second. They're actually going to send him home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It gets away from Menacini, and Jones is going to go to third.
That was not the cleanest play defensively from the Mudcats. Pretty sloppy overall. First, the bobble in center from Rook, and really it should have been first and third. And then the relay throw could have easily gotten Barrett out at the plate, and that ball got away. It was just a very ugly play defensively from the Mudcats.
So a ground ball back up the middle, scores a run from first, and the guy who hit it ends up at third. Huge fumble there from the Solano defense. So it is now a 3-0 ball game. That one hits off of Anderson.
I think it gets his glove there.
He's waving him
Hopefully.
back. He's saying, he's all right. He just wants to get back up there and pitch. He's shooing him off with the glove.
Yeah, thankfully it was only the glove there.
Thank goodness. That could have been a nightmare scenario. Glad he's okay.
So Meisner gets himself a hit, but thanks to the large frame of DJ Anderson, Jones remains at third. So runners on first and third, still nobody out in the inning for the catcher Ian Fernandez. One 1-0 pitch, misses down and out. 2 balls and no strikes to the Rogues catcher. Misses outside again. So 3 balls and no strikes. In a deep hole here. Gets back in the zone that time. 3 balls and 1 strike to Fernandez. Fernandez is 0 for 1 so far today. Anderson's 3-1 pitch will miss inside. So that'll load up the bases with nobody out and 1 run already across. And the Rogues are looking to blow this one wide open. Menacini will go out and have a word with Anderson. The first baseman, Ansel Carson, will also join. As the Solano bullpen will get going.
Yeah, it's just been kind of a weird inning for Anderson. It's some weak contact from Liam Barrett, but it falls for a hit. Then Jones got a hard hit ball, but probably should have been runners on the corners. It scores a run, and granted that run would have scored anyways.
High fastball foul tipped into the glove of Menacini by Aiden Horsley for strike 1. Big strikeout situation here for DJ Anderson. Comes right back at him on the low outside corner. And he's in a good position to do just that, as Horsley is in an 0-2 hole. And the pitch from Anderson got him. So goes right after him with 3 straight fastballs and sits him down.
That's exactly what you needed right there from Anderson. Just a great job attacking, not playing around with Horsley at all. Said, I'm going to give you 3 straight strikes. See if you could beat me, and he didn't.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Helps his confidence and kind of gets the crowd a little back into it.
First pitch now to Josh Graham. Missed a bit out with the fastball that time, so he'll fall behind 1-0. Way upstairs that time.
This is a massive point in this ball game. Couple runs here really makes it difficult for the Mudcats to, it's certainly doable, but it's not easy.
2-0 pitch. Nice one that time. Right at the knees. It's about as good as a pitch as you can throw, 2-0, because with the bases loaded, you have to go in the zone, but you don't want to give him a meatball. And he certainly didn't. Hits right on the edge of the zone. He misses inside that one too, so now he absolutely has to come back in the zone again. We'll see if Josh Graham is ready for it. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Anderson. It's popped up. Carson is going back. It'll actually be the second baseman, and Delicato from second base who will come out and make the play for out number 2. And not deep enough for the runner at third to tag up. That's Levi Jones, who remains at third.
Yeah, and that's just as good as a strikeout. Exactly what you needed.
I say right off the bat, when I saw Carson running backwards again, I thought that was going to be another one that was just going to drop in no man's land. But Delicato is able to come over from second and make crucial out number 2. First pitch fastball is up high to Johnny Backus. Johnny Backus was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Strike on the inside corner there to even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are still loaded here with 2 outs. 1 already across. It is 3-0. Big swing and a miss. So Anderson is 1 pitch away from working out of another jam. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Up high. Count is even now at 2-2. That one is fouled back to the net. So the count remains the same. Levi Jones at third, Jack Meisner at second, and Ian Fernandez at first. Here's another 2-2 pitch from Anderson, is way upstairs.
A lot of 3-ball counts for Anderson. He was doing a really good job of getting back into the zone here. Needs 1 more. Get out of the inning.
3-2, 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch from Anderson. Got him looking. Perfect fastball on the outside corner to get Backus looking. And despite the jam that Anderson just worked out of, he still did give up 1 before all of that. So another run across for the Rogues. They extend their lead to 3-0. Solano will be coming up in the bottom of the 3rd.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Bottom of the third now for Solano, and they've got the top of their order coming up to try to score their first run of the ball game against Tyler Mejia. They're down early 3-0, just like they were yesterday.
Yeah, this offense has to get going at some point here. This would be a good inning to do it, as, you know, still within striking distance. Can't let this lead get any further.
Squaring around a bunt, it's Holden Rook, but first pitch is around his ankles. He's got to do a little spin move to get out of the way of that. The 1-0 pitch. He'll show bunt again, but pull back. Meisner was already crashing from third. He's right on the grass now. So no show that time, but he's now ahead 3-0. Gets back in the count with a strike there is Mejia. So 3 balls and 1 strike. The Medford Rogues bullpen is also getting active now, and that one hit him. But ball 4 regardless. So once again, Solano gets the leadoff hitter on. Had a leadoff walk in the last inning. Weren't able to do anything with it. So now with the heart of the lineup coming up, they're in a good situation now to get back into this one. First pitch to Ansel Carson. Misses outside. Carson hitting right-handed against the lefty Mejia. One 0's in the dirt, and after the pitch, Fernandez will call time and have a word.
Yeah, Mejia's kind of struggled finding the zone here. Especially in the first inning, he was tremendous. On a lot of strikes. He's had a couple walks now in this game, but this is a good opportunity here for the Mudcats, especially if Carson can reach. We know about his plate discipline. Has a good understanding of the zone, strike zone, so if he can draw a walk or find a way on, that sets things up very nicely for arguably your 2 best hitters coming up.
Yeah, so we mentioned he started off this game by throwing 6 straight strikes, and then at one point had 22 strikes to 11 balls. That's now 25-18. He'll get back in the zone there. So in his last 11 pitches. Shown 7 balls to 4 strikes. Hit high in the air in the left center field, but Barrett actually still going back, and it's over his head. Holden Rook is racing around third. He's going to be rounded home. The throw is not in time. So a triple for Ansel Carson as Barrett just kept going back. So he slowed down there for a second. I figured he had a beat on it.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest. I think I've seen Ansel Carson hit a ball this summer at least. He really got a hold of that one.
And that's going to be the end of the evening for Tyler Mejia as a deep triple into left center field from Ansel Carson will score the Mudcats' first run of the ball game. It is now 3-1.
Yeah, he absolutely smoked that ball, and I was disappointed because I thought, man, he hit that ball well. It's probably just going to be caught, though. That ball just kept traveling on Barrett, and it just, I guess he didn't have as good of a read as we initially thought, and works out perfectly for the Mudcats. And here we go. This is a great opportunity for Solano to try and tie up this ball game, or at least come within a run.
And with the runner on third now, still no outs in the inning, and the 3-4-5 hitters coming up. Solano is threatening to not only tie the game, but maybe even take the lead.
And the new pitcher for the Rogues is number 7, Brock Cords, 6'2" senior from Eastern Oregon State College, originally from Castle Rock, Colorado. Coming on here, and pretty unexpected ending to Mejia's start here, as like we mentioned, he had a great start to the ball game. First couple innings kind of just cruised, and I'm a little surprised, you know, he give up a couple base runners and he's done.
Yeah, quite the short leash.
Yeah, certainly. I think the situation with no outs and 3-4-5 coming up could be the reason they did that.
So Cords will be coming in for the 11th time this summer, has a 4.26 ERA, and 31.2 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, but also 14 walks.
This is a big opportunity here. Ground ball to the right side, pop up or fly ball into the outfield to do the job.
First pitch to Preston Freeman, misses high and out.
But regardless of what happens, the Mudcats have to get that run across.
Try to go back to the same spot, but misses it again. So Freeman is ahead 2-0. Cords is trying to hit that outside corner. He misses out. Grounded back up the middle. Fumbled by Rutigliano, and he throws it away. But whether he fumbled it or not, Carson was scoring on that one. So they get the run across. It is now 3-2, and Freeman also reaches safely.
Yeah, I think that's a single no matter what, honestly. I don't know if Rutigliano was going to have a play there. Great job by Preston Freeman to put the ball in play. Not strike out, get the ball in play, see what happens, and gets a run across.
So the designated hitter, Connor Ross, step up. Take a first pitch ball high and out.
He's just missing the zone.
Yeah, he's not missing by a lot, but 5 balls to 1 strike. That is a healthy cut from Connor Ross.
I think if Connor Ross gets a hold of one, if he can get his timing down, I could see him crushing a ball in the gap here.
He has 3 home runs on the summer. He's hitting .402. They're going to say he went around.
I cannot believe that call.
Yeah, Stafford is not happy that the home plate umpire didn't even ask the first base umpire for the appeal.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. I think he clearly didn't go there.
Sounded like the umpire just gave Kyle Stafford a warning. So the 2-2 pitch chases one upstairs for strike 3. So an unfortunate turn of events there for Ross. So Dalen Shipp now will come up to the plate. First pitch, a little bit of deja vu there. As with the check swing, the umpire will appeal, and after the appeal, got a bit of cheer from the Solano dugout. Sarcastic cheer. Next pitch is fouled back to the screen, so 1 ball and 1 strike to Dalen Shipp. He definitely went around that time. There's no appeal needed. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dalen Shipp. Preston Freeman on first. Still only 1 out in the inning. That one is going to get away from Fernandez. And a big turn at second by Freeman, but he'll stay put. That'll go down as a wild pitch. Fernandez didn't really have a chance at keeping that one in front of him.
That was hilarious. The bat boy almost went after the ball there, and everyone was like, no, don't touch it. And he didn't.
The 2-2. Nice discipline there from Shipp to let that one go by. That was a tough pitch to take. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Checks. Oh!
Hit someone?
Looks like it did. It wasn't hit super hard, though, and I think everyone's okay.
Check swing foul ball was right at the head level of the Rogues dugout. But it looks like everybody's okay. As Shipp takes that one high for ball 4.
It's a great at bat.
A lot of cheers for the bat boy.
That's a tremendous at bat by Shipp. He did not get. That was not an easy walk. A lot of pitches that were difficult to lay off. Did a great job there. Had a couple check swings that were close. He gets on base, and a great opportunity for Mendocini. Anything but the inning-ending double play will do just fine.
Cords' first pitch is grounded back up the middle. Backhanded by Graham. And talk about an announcer jinx. Yikes.
Oh, Zion, no.
The face palm. So an inning-ending double play spoken into existence. But the Solano Mudcats are still able to score 2. So they get back in this one. It is now a 3-2 ball game after 3 here on the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting It's Poppin' on the Solano College Sports Network. We've been having so much fun bringing you content throughout the weeks. Yes. Being able to take class with Professor Poff and utilize the college TV studio has been such an honor. And like I said, thanks again for supporting us.
And if you want to see more of our shows, go check out Greg Puff's channel on YouTube. And if you like some of the stuff that you see, then hey, drop a few lines. And we have some very interesting topics. We cover 10 apps that's useful. We talk about moms going back to school, fun rides to ride at Six Flags, Recovering Kingdom. Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, give us some show suggestions in the comments.
And I'm Tisha and this is
Michael, and thank you so much for supporting It's Poppin'.
See you in the next show. Bye.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
Top of the fourth here on the second game of the Rogues Mudcats mini-series. We have a pitcher change. It's going to be Devin Hancock on the bump. Seen a bit of him from Solano Falcons and now playing for the Mudcats.
I would just like to apologize because that was probably the worst announcer's jinx I've ever had. Haven't done a ton of games, I've done a few. I've had some announcer's jinxes here and there. That was probably the worst one. The inning-ending double play was the last thing you wanted for the Mudcats, and sure enough, on the first pitch.
Kind of wild.
It was.
Baseball gods are listening.
Did not work out, so I'll take all the blame for that. But for Devin Hancock, yeah, he needs to. He's had a pretty good summer so far. It's just been a command that's sort of been the big thing for him. He's run into some situations where he's walked a lot of guys in the inning, and he's been able to get out of it. So limit the walks. He'll do just fine.
Yeah, 13.2 innings pitched so far this summer, 13 strikeouts to 12 walks. So he's averaging a strikeout about an inning, but also averaging about a walk an inning.
So leading things off for the Rogues will be the shortstop, Frankie Rutigliano. And the first pitch from Hancock will be down in the dirt. Rutigliano 0 for 1 today with an RBI. And Hancock will go low again. So DJ will go 3 innings with 3 runs, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
It absolutely could have been.
There's a strike from Hancock.
So impressive the amount of jams that he was able to work out of.
Yeah.
Only giving up 1 run in each inning.
Now, all things considered, I think he'll take it. He wanted probably a better outing, but
strong hit there up the middle on a base hit for Rutigliano.
How about that? Bit of a tomahawk there. Went up and chased the fastball with the letters. That is a very tough pitch to be on time to, and he put it right back up the middle for a hit. That was a nice piece of hitting there from Rutigliano.
Yeah, he's been good at the bottom of the order for the Rogues. 1 through 9, this team can really make you pay.
So a leadoff runner, this now brings up Cody Niedowitz as he hits that one into the, no, not the gap, but it will be a base hit. It's back-to-back solid contacts for the Rogues.
And just like that, so this is something very similar to what we saw yesterday. The Rogues took an early lead. Solano took a few innings to respond, but then once they finally did respond, in the top of the next inning, the Rogues immediately got those runs that Solano scored right back. And they're threatening to do the exact same thing here this evening.
So Needlewitz will stay hot. He's batting .588 in his past 7 days.
Yeah, and the Mudcats have not had a clean inning yet. They've had traffic on the base paths in every single inning so far, and multiple at that.
Show's bunt is Barrett. It's going to go right to Hancock. He'll go to 1, and he's safe.
Ooh.
Bit of a wild throw from Hancock there. So now the bases are loaded and still no outs.
Yeah, the throw from Hancock there was kind of into the baseline. Carson couldn't really stretch out at an effective angle to cut off the distance that the ball had to travel. And Barrett's able to beat it out, and Barrett's 3 for 3.
Yeah, he's had a great day today.
He struggled a little bit yesterday, but he's had a tremendous day so far. And this is not an ideal situation here.
Breaking ball, called strike.
And bases loaded with no outs once again. It's definitely at least the second time. I want to say the third time already this game that this has happened.
Not the player you want up bat in a situation like this if you're the Mudcats. As Levi Jones makes contact there. 1 for 1 with an RBI today.
Yeah, this is the third time that's happened. Bases loaded, no outs.
That's just not how you win ball games.
Jones down 0-2 into the count. We'll go out of play.
You know Jones wants to do some big damage right now. He already did some big damage in the game yesterday. Still has yet to do so today. He wants to get a piece of the pie.
High fly ball out to center field. Rook still going back. Can't get it, so all runners will advance. 1 run scores. Jones stays at second. We throw it. The play is not in time. It's 2 runs will score. Now a 5-2 ball game, very similar to yesterday's game.
That was almost the exact same hit that Ansel Carson got in the bottom of the inning. A super deep fly ball out to left center field that the center fielder just isn't able to track down. 2 runs end up scoring. Could have been 3, but because they didn't really know if the catch was going to be made or not, the runners had to freeze. They were kind of bundled up coming around third. So it was a lot of work for the third base coach to wave around the first 2 guys, but then put the stop sign on the third runner.
There's a strike for Hancock.
Yeah, that ball was pretty much dead center. That was crushed by Jones. Just out of the reach of Rook.
So Liam Barrett is the lead runner at third. A little grounder to second. He'll go to 1 for the first out of this inning, but a run will score. Will now make it 6-2 to the Rogues.
And you take that. Get the RBI. Advance another guy to third, still with less than 2 outs. It's great at bat for Jack Meisner. He gets himself an RBI.
That's the second time he's grounded out to second and got an RBI. The first time was a double play, but this time just 1 out.
Strike there. This is Ian Fernandez at the plate. So Levi Jones at third. Breaking ball again, this time hit to short. He'll just go to 1. Out number 2.
I'm going to say great job there from Crudo as the infield was playing in. It's right to him, made sure to check on Jones at first, make sure he did, Jones at third, excuse me, to make sure he didn't go anywhere, and then make the throw to first.
It's 2 outs now in the top of the 4th. There's Aiden Horsley. Breaking ball is first pitch again. And again, another strike. Strike 2. Horsley just batting 181 this summer, 10 for 55. Pitch from Hancock. Fouled out of play.
That was a pretty good pitch sequence there from Hancock. Got him to look at 2 straight breaking balls, and on the 0-2, tried to speed him up with the fastball, and it worked. He was way late on that. He was just lucky to be able to get a piece of it.
And he's throwing a lot of strikes. He's throwing just 2 balls in the inning.
Fouled off yet again.
Which is something that I had mentioned that he, needed to limit. Unfortunately, the strikes he's throwing have been hit hard.
Hancock looking to leave this inning with just 3 runs. The 0-2. Swung on out to center field. Rook coming in. It will drop. Another run will score and make it 7-2 Rogues.
Two-out masterclass of an at-bat there from Aiden Horsley. That's exactly what he needs to do. Gets the line drive right back up the middle to drop into center field. And the Rogues have blown this one open.
Again, very similar to yesterday's game.
And not only getting the 2 back that the Solano scored, but then putting on another 2 of their own.
Now here's Josh Graham, who is 0 for 2 today. Gasses him up there with the fastball. Now Graham will have to protect with 2 strikes. Swung on to the third baseman. The throw to first. Gets him. A little bit of interesting throw there, but a good catch there from Carson to end the inning. But a lot of runs will do score. It is now 7-2 ball game. We'll see if the Mudcats try to answer back.
My name is Christian Villanueva, and this is your SCC Update. For over 50 years, Solano's speech and debate team has accumulated awards and recognition throughout the entire country. Solano's speech and debate team has won multiple national and state awards. The team participates in multiple events, kind of like a track and field team, where you can do events such as debate, prepared speeches, limited preparation speeches, and oral interpretations of literature, which are kind of like acting pieces. The team travels to tournaments throughout California and the entire country where they can showcase their talent and win gold for Solano. In participating in these events, you can earn a new sense of confidence in public speaking. Not only do you gain more confidence, you can earn a full-ride scholarship opportunity to universities. You can also get to be part of a community that supports one another. If that is of any interest to you, the team meets every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:45 p.m. during the fall and spring semester. Please contact Dr. Douglas Mungin at douglas.mungin@solano.edu. This has been your SCC Update.
Bottom of the 4th, 7-2 ball game. Rogues really opened this one up. Be Max McGee to start things off for the Mudcats.
See if the Mudcats can't do a little response of their own here.
This pitch called strike. Big swing and a miss there. Now, just like that, Max McGee down 0-2 in the count.
Yeah, and Brock Cords is going to be pitching with a lot of confidence here because he's now got himself a 5-run lead. Gave up 2 in the last inning, and his team had its back.
Yeah, good point, Cade. Tyler Crudo, Creighton and Delicato will be following Max McGee. Down low again, so 2-2 count. This is a high fly ball to shallow right field, and they will make the play. That is the first out of this inning. It's caught by Aiden Horsley.
Fighting a battle out there with the sun, and he won. Using the glove out there as a shade to try to get the sun out of his face. Didn't even look like he lost the ball one time.
So this will now bring up Tyler Crudo. Swings on the first pitch in the foul territory. Ronnie Backus overplayed it.
Seems like that happens a lot at this field.
I was going to say that too. I feel like we mostly see it more on the third base side, but
those fly balls, it's happened to the catcher, it's happened to the left fielders, the first basemen, any pop-up that's out of play. I'm not sure if it's just the wind pattern or what it is, but these fielders, these are playable balls. These are balls that can very easily be caught for outs, and guys are just overrunning it and then trying to loop back and just not able to get back in time to make the play.
So Crudo catches a bit of a break here. Swings on that one for a base hit.
My God.
Great contact there from Crudo. He's actually going to round. He's going to go for two. And he will get there safely. So a nice double for Tyler Crudo. And we'll see if this could wake up the Mudcats.
Yeah, that ball was smashed. So a double for Tyler Crudo. Bring up Braden and Delicado. It's going to show bunt. We'll take the strike. Another Mudcats switch hitter, hitting lefty now. Hit righty in his first at-bat against the starter, Mejia. He'll pull back that time around. I don't really see the point of bunting here. I mean, you're down by 5.
Yeah, I think I agree.
With the top of your order coming up, I think you need to try to get more guys on base to try to come back in this one and not just give them a free out, especially with 1 out already in the inning.
Yeah, he's kind of struggled at the plate. It could just be that and just trying to get a runner over. Thought maybe, maybe in a 5-run game, it doesn't always may not seem like the right thing to do, but it could just be a guy that's struggling at the plate just trying to get on base.
2-1 from Cords. There's a strike. Delicado did pull back there.
It looked like that might have been a ball, but
You can't bunt now with 2 strikes.
They're going to call that a strike on the breaking ball. Good pitch there from Brock Cords. Just like that, 2 outs. Holden Rook coming up to the plate. So a base hit here for Holden Rook would be critical at this stage in the ball game. Pitch is low. Again, Tyler Crudo on second. Looking to score here. Breaking ball is high.
Go, Brock!
Say hits that one out of play. The 2-2 from Cords. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So a great pitching outing there from Brock Cords, and despite a hard hit double from Tyler Crudo, he will be less stranded. Still 7-2 Rogues.
Hello everyone, my name is Cade Manor and this is an SCSN Sports Update. The Solano Falcons baseball team had a great 2024 season, finishing with a 26-15 record, good for second in the Bay Valley Conference and a playoff berth. The Falcons were led by Bay Valley Conference MVP and Rawlings Pacific Association first-team All-American Connor Ross, who finished second in the BVC with a .433 batting average and third in the BVC with 58 RBIs. Ross committed to Cal Baptist University in Riverside off of his incredible season for the Falcons. Other notable contributors were BVC Freshman Pitcher of the Year winner Peyton Chekaluski, who finished third in the BVC with a 3.06 ERA, first-team BVC All-Conference utility man Kevin Parker, who worked as a two-way player for the Falcons as a closer and shortstop, leading the conference in saves in the process, and second-team BVC All-Conference pitcher Mateo Santos, who finished fifth in the conference with 71 strikeouts. Despite their impressive season, the Falcons were unfortunately swiftly eliminated from the playoffs after losing their first 2 games to Folsom Lake. Thank you for tuning in to this SCSN Sports Update. I'm Cade Manor. Now let's get back to the game.
New pitcher here for the Mudcats. It's going to be Alex Mosshart coming in. Lefty playing center field in yesterday's ball game. Will now look to not cause any more damage here for the Mudcats.
Alex Mosshart so far on the mound for the Mudcats has been very solid. This will be his 6th appearance. In 8.1 innings pitched, he has a 2.16 ERA, 9 strikeouts to 2 walks. Definitely the right guy. Get up there and shut down this Rogues offense and give your team a chance to come back in this game.
Yeah, and give them a look at a lefty. They've faced 2 righties in Anderson and Hancock, so going to a lefty here, seeing if that can maybe shake things up, and the Mudcats are desperately looking for a shutdown inning. They've had runs scored and given up in each inning so far, and it really feels like any bigger of a deficit that the Mudcats dig themselves into just makes it really difficult to come back from.
So leading things off will be Johnny Backus, first baseman. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and hit by pitch. First pitch there from Mosshart, way down low into the dirt. Backus will foul that one off. Good pitch there, just misses his zone.
Ooh, almost buckled him with that breaking ball. Had him leaning for a second. He just didn't come back down in the zone, unfortunately.
High fly ball to center field. Holden Rook will get under it. And that'll be the first out here in the 5th.
That's huge. It's the first time this ball game that the Mudcats have gotten the leadoff guy out. So it's a good start, but got to finish the job here.
So this now brings up Frankie Rutigliano. And the top of the order will follow after him.
I mean, that's the kind of stat that you can bring up. But be like, well, yeah, of course they're winning this game. They've gotten the leadoff guy on base 4 straight innings. Now, honestly, feels like they should have more than 7.
Yeah, I would agree. They've gone out of some pretty tough jams.
Had bases loaded and no outs a few times in those first 3 innings, and we're only able to get 1 out of each of them.
Yeah, 3 times in the ball game they've had the bases loaded and no outs. Except last inning they really made them pay.
2-1 from Rutigliano. Excuse me.
It's a mouthful, man.
Rutigliano.
And honestly, I mean that's just it's just a lot, man. It's a lot.
It's a lot of syllables.
Hit up the middle. It gets past second baseman for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for Frankie.
Just go to the first name.
Yeah, that's honestly not a bad idea. But how about that? I mean, he's in the 9-hole, a sac fly that scored a run and 2 base hits. In yesterday's ball game, the bottom of the order really struggled for the Rogues. And there's 7 through 9 hitters, none of them reached base. So this was a good change of pace.
Runner goes. Good throw. I didn't see it. Did they call him safe?
He's safe.
Okay.
Yeah, no hesitation from Rutigliano either. First pitch, he went on the first move of the lefty, Alex Mosshart. Say if Mosshart was looking over there, he could have picked him off easy, but stolen base for Rutigliano, and he's having himself a game.
He is. He will go to 3.
How about another one?
Yeah, another one. So a runner on third now, and just like that, just 90 feet away from the 8th run of the ball game.
And I feel like in a lot of cases, I think a lot of teams would consider their 9-hole hitter kind of like a pseudo leadoff guy. You could put a guy who is very similar kind of player to your leadoff guy, a good contact guy who can get on base, a guy with speed.
Mm-hmm.
They can get on base for the top of your lineup.
Good pitch there from Mosshart.
Yeah, if you can have that luxury as a ball club to where your 9-hitter can get on base consistently, that's an extremely beneficial thing to have. Absolutely.
Pitch to Nitowitz. It's a bit low.
You look at a lot of teams, and for instance, I'm going to talk about my Texas Rangers, that won the World Series last year. They had a really good 9-hitter in Leody Taveras that was get on base consistently and get things going for the top of the lineup. Or guys like Marcus Simeon and Corey Seager to bring him home. That's why Simeon had so many RBIs last season. He was one of the top RBI guys for the Rangers, is because Leody Taveras would get on base consistently.
And Adolis also being a superhuman.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside on that pitch. It's now full count. Yeah, I can't really remember the last time my Giants have had a hitter like that in the 9-hole.
They really haven't had many hitters 1 through 9 that have been able to do much the last couple years. Sorry, I had to.
Hey, Heliot Ramos was an all-star.
Yeah,
he's having himself a season.
I know. He's
awesome.
had a good season. How's Jorge Soler doing decent?
He started
back
off
up a little
slow.
bit.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better.
They had Jock Peterson a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's kind of been playing kind of like Jock Peterson did and like Schwarber does for the Phillies. He's been leading off a lot.
He's been a lot better as a leadoff too, I think. I think his thing is he can't really hit with runners in scoring position, so having him in that leadoff spot has worked so far. Still a full count here for Cody Nitowitz. It's been a good battle, and that will be called a strike. Nitowitz thought it was ball 4, but instead it's out number 2.
That's a good pitch there from Mosshart. Sit down Nitowitz, and good opportunity here with Barrett. I mean, he's had a great day at the plate, but the lefty on left matchup could play into the benefit of Mosshart.
So 2 outs now. Runner still on third. This is Liam Barrett, who who is 3 for 3 today. And that one, weird hit there, but it is a base hit. The runner does come in. So an 8-2 ball game.
That one must have caught at the end of the bat or had some weird spin because Crudo did not have a read on it from the start.
And he kind of got his ankles took by the ball. Crossed him up there. I mean, that's certainly a fieldable ball there. Just, yeah, I can't even... It's hard to tell unless you're Crudo, really, how you could... from his vantage point, what you see from there. Looks like we got a pinch hitter.
Cody Ferrante. Yep. Swings on the first pitch. It is a base hit. So runners on second and first now.
Yeah, Ferrante, a guy we saw in the game yesterday. He went 0 for 4 yesterday. Comes in today, wastes no time, first pitch swing, and gets himself a hit.
And pinch hitting for Levi Jones at that as well. Interesting.
Yeah, and say that went by so fast, we didn't really have a chance to mention that Liam Barrett, after that hit, is now 4 for 4 on the day.
Yeah, he's really seen the ball well today. RBI to his name as well. Quite the day. So this is now Jack Masner, who is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Mossart still looking for that third out. Just way upstairs.
Medford Rogues now, through 5 innings, have 12 hits.
Ball hit the first. Angel Carson will flip it. I don't think he got there.
No, they called him out.
They did call him out. So finally, the Mudcats are able to get out number 3, but it is now an 8-2 ball game going into the bottom of the 5th.
The EOPS program helps academically and economically disadvantaged students. We provide book vouchers and grants, counseling, special transfer and career services. EOPS has been a program in the California Community College system for 50 years as of 2019. Solano Community College is one of the most diverse community colleges in the nation. So if you're interested in the EOPS program, please stop by and fill out an application.
The EOPS, they help with counseling, like setting your classes and stuff up, registration, a couple of grants, books, even college tours and field trips.
It gave me a plan and let me know what I need to do to graduate as soon as possible. Also the books, I can't really afford the books. You know, you take a lot of classes and the books definitely help me out. They give you a voucher, you can basically get books worth for $400 and that's a lot of money to be able to spend just on books.
They help me financially. They have a lending library that lends us books and laptops and calculators as well.
We invite you to apply to our program. We provide the guidance and the academic supplies for you to be successful. When the time is ready for your graduation, we will be providing supplies for that. We know that higher education can change lives.
Brock Cords still on the mound. 8-2 ball game. Leading things off for the Mudcats will be Angel Carson.
Yeah, with the heart of the order of the Mudcats coming up, they're 2-3-4. They're really looking for a guy to provide a wake-up call or some kind of jolt of electricity to try to wake up this offense.
And Angel Carson, a hard hit ball in his last at-bat. Just a couple feet away from a home run to dead center.
Kind of interesting back and forth there. In the beginning of this, Cords was on the mound ready to go, and Carson kind of going through his pitch by pitch routine at the plate. You know, every guy has their own thing, and Cords is ready to go, and he threw a pitch inside. Obviously no intent there, but certainly I think some frustration from Cords as he's kind of a guy, look, I mean, you look at him, he's ready to go right now. Carson steps out of the box every time, kind of takes a half swing, checks his gloves.
I think I caught that too before the first pitch. He had started his windup, but Carson was not in the box yet, so we just had to stop.
And typically in collegiate baseball, you kind of have to, you know, with the pitch clock, you have to be ready to go. Obviously, that's not really being enforced here, so Carson's taking his time.
They're going to call that strike 3.
Oh, and Cords was eyeballing him.
Angel Carson now 1 for 3 today. Now brings up Preston Freeman.
I mean, you kind of have to wait a little bit here at this, you know. Look, he has his glove ready. Yep. He's not wasting any time. And I understand, I totally understand Cords where he's coming from. He's, you know, guy that likes to work quick. He likes to get into a rhythm. And if there's no pitch clock, a hitter is not going to grant him.
And don't let him get in his rhythm.
Yeah, you know, you can take your time. You don't need to hurry back into the box if the umpire isn't enforcing it.
Down to 0-2 in the count quick.
Because a hitter also needs to get into a rhythm. They need to do their little things that, you know, they need to do, and in between each pitch kind of settle in.
Preston Freeman swings and misses on that one. So another strikeout for Brock Cords.
But I'll tell you what, Brock Cords has done a really good job of pounding the zone, and he's done an excellent job. So I'm not taking a side on this. I'm just kind of explaining both perspectives here when it comes to, you know, the hitter and the pitcher, because it's tough.
Yes, I mentioned in the last inning about the amount of confidence that Cords is pitching with right now, because he came into the game, you know, with his team down, and just came right back out and scored 4. Gave him a lead to work with.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of confidence on the mound right now. Absolutely. And you see Ross, he's kind of signaling for time.
Hits that ball.
Goodbye.
Hard and deep out to center field. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness.
A moonshot from Connor Ross will now make it an 8-3 ball game. And he clearly got a hold of that one.
That might be one of the hardest hit and furthest baseballs I've seen a Mudcats hitter hit. That ball was scorched by Connor Ross.
Well, right at the beginning of this inning, I talked about a wake-up call, a jolt of electricity for the Solano offense. If that doesn't wake them up, nothing will.
So the home run for Connor Ross now bring up Ship. And I'm sure that will mess with Brock Cords' confidence just a little bit there. High pop up from Ship. It's going to drop. And Ship will go to second, and he will get a stand-up double. My apologies. I thought that was going to the infield for some reason. But it's a stand-up double for Alan Ship.
And it feels like whatever I talked about a couple innings ago, the players having trouble tracking pop-ups in foul territory. That hasn't just happened today. It's happened in every broadcast that we have, it seems like. But maybe it's not just limited to foul territory. I mean, that's happened a couple of times out in the field, too, where I don't know if that's just, you know, just miscommunication from the guys out there or what, but certainly a play that should have been made.
Yeah, it's also could be the time of day and just how high these baseballs are being hit.
So here's Austin Menancini. Strike call there.
Another run here for the Mudcats could certainly help them in coming back in this ball game.
Another pitch is low.
Oh, happy feet action. Menancini getting out of the way there.
Menancini fouls that one out of play. Rock Chords looking at 31 strikes compared to 23 balls. 2.2 innings pitched. Low again.
It's a good leave there for Menancini.
Max McGee is on deck, followed by Tyler Crudo. The 3-2 is a walk. So a bit of resilience here for the Mudcats. Runners on second and first now. Still 2 outs. And we will have a mound visit. Looks like the Rogues talk things over.
Yeah, the Mudcats are one big hit away from this being a ball game again.
Yeah. And Cade, as a former pitcher, in a situation like this, what do you think they are talking about?
I mean, you said after the home run that might have messed with his confidence a little bit. I feel like me personally. I mean, obviously I can't really speak for him or for myself, because everybody's different. But after that, you still got a 5-run lead. Nobody on base. It's really not that big of a deal. Just flush it and go to the next guy. But then after the mistake from your defense, I kind of feel like that gets in your head more than the home run does. Because, I mean, that should have gotten you out of the inning. But, still regardless, even if McGee were to come up here and put one over the fence, I mean, you're still up by 2 runs. So you just got to go up there and throw strikes. You're still sitting in a great situation here.
Not a ton of urgency right now in the Rogues bullpen either, so they're sticking with their guy. And yeah, 5-run lead, you just got to pound the strike zone, especially with the bottom of the order coming up. Mudcats just have to make them pay.
The 1-1 upstairs. Max McGee.
I think Cords has got some family in the bullpen. He's giving him some words of encouragement, or some in the stands, excuse me, not in the bullpen.
So a 2-2 count. Cords just 1 strike away from ending this inning. Just a bit low for the ump's liking.
They obviously did not like that call. Now, might throw one out of the zone here.
Full count. Hit the short. He'll go to 1. And we'll make the play for out number 3. So despite runners on...
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
Brock Cords, I believe, just flipped the bird to the Solano dugout.
Oh.
Getting a little chippy here.
That. Yeah, you said he was kind of eyeing down someone, huh? In earlier at bat. But that will end the 5th inning. A solo home run for Connor Ross makes it 8-3. Going.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Resendez, here with a Solano College Sports Update. Bay Area legend, future Hall of Famer, and one half of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, is on the move, joining Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic on the Dallas Mavericks, who just fell short in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. Klay attended Washington State University and was drafted by the Warriors in 2011 as the 11th overall pick. Klay also started his 11-year career with the Warriors in 2011, and in that time, he achieved 2 All-NBA honors, 5 All-Star Game selections, and 4 NBA championships. He holds many records, such as most points in a quarter with 37, most threes in a game with 14, and has a career total of 2,481 threes, ranking him 6th all-time. In 2019, Klay battled through 2 devastating injuries with his left knee and right Achilles. But he came back strong in 2022 to help the Warriors win the NBA championship, their 4th in 8 years. Klay will be missed, but he will always be a Warrior. This was Isaiah Resendez with the Solano College Sports Update.
Here at Yarborough Stadium, 8-3 ball game. Alex Mosshart still on the mound.
During the break, we got numbers on that Connor Ross home run, 106 miles per hour off the bat.
That's insane.
Crushed. I mean, like I said, that was probably the hardest. I mean, that's easily the hardest hit ball I've seen Mudcats hit all season long. And that's probably 400 plus because, I mean, that was almost dead center.
Here's catcher Ian Hernandez starting things off for the Rogues.
Now, you got to think that was at least certainly 420, 430 feet. Very impressive.
Pitch there on the inside for a strike.
I mentioned at the end of the last inning, too, that Cords he was saying something in the Solano dugout. I don't think he did the gesture that I thought that he did, because I feel like it would have warranted a larger reaction from the Solano dugout. They kind of just seemed to ignore him, but...
And the umpires as well, certainly.
Yeah, he was certainly turning. He was saying something. He was looking towards the Solano dugout.
This ball from Hernandez is popped up. And it's Carson that ends up making the play for out number 1.
I mean,
6.
I'm not sure really. I mean, besides the Mudcats hitters taking their time at the plate, I don't know what else you could really be mad about there. And he also gave up a 430-foot tank in the inning. So, I mean, you know, I'm not really sure.
Well, we were also talking about how, you know, he was trying to work quick, and Ansel Carson was kind of taking his time. And then after he struck him out, he gave him a stare down.
Yeah, and again, it's the competitive spirit certainly coming out there from Cords, and you know, I understand where he's coming from, but it's not intentional. It's just more of they need to, in between pitches, and do what they need to do. You kind of have to honor that a little bit.
So this is Aiden Horsley at the plate. 1 for 2 today with the walk and the RBI. Big swing and a miss there, that breaking ball. Outside, so a full count. Payoff pitch, right down the middle, fouled out.
Hit off the screen again of the Rogues dugout. That was about as late that you could be to a pitch, but still make contact as you could possibly be. Very late decision to swing there from Horsley.
Will hopper to second, and he beats it out. So an infield single for Horsley. The slow little dribbler to second.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. I mean, Indelicato did everything that he could have to charge in and get that ball and make a throw to first, but easily beaten out by Horsley.
Now here is Josh Graham, the only hitter to not reach base, I believe.
You would be correct. And technically he did reach base because he had a fielder's choice, but
So 1-0 count. Hits that one out to left field. That one will drop for a base hit.
So there's his hit, and now every player up and down the lineup of the Rogues has had a base hit in this game. That's their 14th hit of the ball game.
And how many of them in this mini series here have been off the end of the bat or in on the hands, just finding a spot in the short part of the grass in the outfield? It's been just, and of course they've hit some really hard balls into the gap, but a lot of them have just been weak contact. There's just nothing you can do.
Mossar will step off.
Oh, it's kind of interesting there. I thought that when you do that spin move, you're required to throw or else it's called a balk, but apparently I'm mistaken.
Yeah, you don't have to, you can, you don't necessarily have to throw it. It looks funny, but yeah, you don't have to.
Big swing and miss there. Johnny Backus now down the count 0-2. Again, runners on second and first. And Backus will stay alive. Backus just 2 for 15 so far this summer. Ruti Guiano on deck. No call time here.
It's a very large lead from Horsley at second, but no one was really holding him on, so Mossar was giving him a stare down. So Backus was kind of just like, take a timeout here.
Low grounder to second. He'll flip it to 2. The throw to first. In time for a double play. Beautiful way to end the inning. Mossar gets himself out of a bit of a jam there. Still 8-3. Rogues up. bottom of the 6th. And we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Rogues. Looks like it's Logan Miller.
Yeah, number 48. Logan Miller. We've been watching him warm up here. Definitely a bit of an unorthodox release. He's got a bit of the sidearm action going on here.
I don't know if I ever faced a sidearm pitcher in my playing days, but I can't imagine it's something easy to do.
I don't believe I have ever either.
I've always wondered why there isn't more sidearm pitchers. I mean, it's tough to hit.
Yeah, it's tough to hit.
But I think it's just as tough on your arm.
Yeah, it's very strenuous on your arm to throw from that angle. Typically, that's why a lot of coaches get on like middle infielders that like to throw from that arm angle, like a side arm angle. That's not really encouraged. You want to throw over the top. But sometimes for a pitcher, if you can have some good movement and you don't have the velocity, they'll throw from that arm angle.
Up the middle for a base hit to get this inning going.
Tyler Crudo's had some good at-bats today.
Second hit of the day now 2 for 3.
And say back to sidearm, you know, one of the first guys that comes to mind, obviously, as a Giants fan, is Tyler Rogers, that deep submarine, but the hardest that he's throwing is only like 83, 84 miles per hour, because if you were to really throw any harder than that, then it would just absolutely blow out your elbow.
Yeah.
Because from that angle, every last bit of stress that you're using to throw that ball is right on your elbow.
Brandon Delicato swings on the first pitch. Deep short, misses it. So, again, another misplayed pop-up.
Looking like little leaguers out here. There's just nobody that's able to read a pop-up and make a play on it. We got everybody doing the pop-up dance.
So, runners on second and first there. It's going to be the first time in Delicato reaches base.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, again, these are pop flies that are catchable. They're just not able to do so. But, hey, it works out for the Mudcats here. And, again, this is a big opportunity here with no outs to get some runs across.
Yeah, from both sides as well. A lot of sloppy defense.
So this brings up the top of the order, Holden Rook. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Swings on that pitch. That's going to go into the gap, so that'll score some. Holden Rook rounding the second. 1 run scores. 2 runs score, and Holden Rook will get a triple.
How about that from Holden Rook? Laced that one right into the right center field gap. Not able to get the bunt down. Say, hey, I'll just do it with the bat. 2 runs across. And the Mudcats are back in the game.
Tyler Crudo and Tyler Crudo and Brandon Delicato are the ones who score. Which now makes it 8-5. And this now brings up the heart of the lineup, starting with Angel Carson. So again, a much closer game now, just a 3-run game. If Angel Carson can find a way to get on base, that would be huge.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit now too. So all of the infielders and outfielders today, whether it's the Rogues or the Mudcats, has kind of gone both ways. They've already been struggling to track down these pop-ups. You add the wind to it.
Throw down to third. Risky throw. Almost gets past the third baseman, Masner.
Interesting back pick attempt there, as that one was nearly thrown away. You risk just giving up a free 90 feet, not just a free 90 feet, but a free run.
So 2-1 count. Hits him. Holden Rook is going
Let's
to
go
run
back to
home,
third.
but can't. Yeah.
Pretty lucky there that actually hit Carson, because Rook has to stay at third now.
Angel Carson, one way or another, will get on base. Kind of reminds me of Mudcats' version of J.J. Dane, who, for the Solano Falcons, just found a way to get on base no matter how.
And one swing of the bat can tie this ball game all of a sudden. I mean,
and we have a guy on deck that can certainly do just that, as he did in his last at-bat.
It's Preston Freeman at the plate right now. Chops that one out of play. Good catch by Ship in the dugout. A pitch there from Logan Miller. Now Preston Freeman now down on the count 0-2.
Mudcats not phased yet by this arm angle.
Pitch is low, gets past the catcher. Holden Rook is going to go, and he will get in there safely. And just like that, 8-6 ball game.
I got to say, that's the second time this evening that Holden Rook has slid into home plate. I got to say, that slide is kind of reminiscent of the Trey Turner clip.
A little bit, yeah. Smooth.
It's got some swag with that slide.
Yeah, he does. It was a great read.
Angel Carson advances to second now. Preston Freeman is 2 for 3 today.
He represents the tying run.
Swings and misses right there. Out number 1. So now will come up Connor Ross, who just came off of one of the hardest hit balls I've seen at the college level. Again, that was just the first out of this inning. That pitch from Miller is way outside.
Miller's going to be very careful here to Ross, not try to give him too much plate here to take one out.
Outside again.
So you talked about one of the hardest hit balls that you've ever seen at the college level. I mean, not just the college level, but I mean, we covered this guy last spring with the Falcons. I mean, this is a JUCO guy, and with a wood bat going 106. It's like, how is this guy at the JUCO level? Excited for him to finally get out there and play some higher tier college baseball.
Hit that one out to center field for out number 2. Now 1 for 4 today.
Next up, right here with number 31, Dalen Ship.
So this will bring up Dalen Ship. And this is a big at-bat right here. That one is short. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. So Angel Carson will be left stranded out there. Despite that, the Mudcats show a bit of resilience. Now 8-6. We'll see if they could make it a much closer game these next couple innings.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael Skipper. This is a Solano College update. Discover the support and opportunities available through the EOPS program at Solano College. Designed to empower students facing educational, economic, and social challenges, EOPS offers a range of services including personalized counseling, academic planning, and career guidance. Eligible students benefit from priority registration, financial assistance, and access to resources like the EOPS lab, library, and lounge. Whether you need help with a student educational plan or seeking financial assistance, EOPS is here to ensure your academic success. Apply today and take advantage of the dedicated support tailored to your journey at Solano College. The office is located in Building 400 on the second floor in room 429. For eligibility requirements, a full list of provided services, and application link, check out the EOPS landing page on SCC website. Now back to the game.
We have everything that an automotive shop would have or even a dealership would have.
If you guys are interested in automotive at all, go to Solano Community College. Check out the automotive program. It can be a career path for you, just like what I'm doing, or it could be an extreme hobbyist, an enthusiast.
If you really like cars and learning stuff all the time, then this is the best place to go.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn. We have a 100% pass rate with our examiner.
We find ourselves in an 8-6 ball game as we head to the 7th inning. Mudcats roar for 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And they are certainly within striking distance. They gave up their first scoreless inning last inning. It was the first time this ball game that's happened where the Rogues were held without a run. Important thing is they've got to keep that going. As Alex Mosshart still on the mound for the Mudcats. Fires a 1-0 pitch for a strike to the 9-hole hitter Frankie Rutigliano. He's 2 for 2 with a sac fly, and he cuts on and misses there. Quickly 1-2. He has a pair of runs scored, a stolen base, 2 singles. He's had a big game in the 9 spot for Medford. 1-2 is dropped in the dirt. And again, just a pretty big inning here for the Mudcats as they picked up a little bit of momentum. Try to pull off a big-time comeback here. Here's the 2-2, and that's skipped in the dirt there, full count. Mosshart, his 3rd inning of work, kind of settled things down here for Solano. Here's the pitch, and he walked him.
Solano has just not been able to find a way to get Rutigliano out, and right after the walk, I think that's going to be the end of the evening for Alex Mosshart. Kyle Stafford will go to the pen.
And we'll have a new arm here for the Mudcats, so again, a solid outing from Mosshart to try to keep the Mudcats into this ball game. They trailed by as many as 6. It was an 8-2 ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th. And they've scored 4 unanswered here. So the new pitcher for the Mudcats will be the right-hander Lucas Watson. He is the 4th pitcher used in this ball game. DJ Anderson got the start. He went 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Then Devin Hancock, he went just an inning, giving up 5 hits on 4 earned runs. And then Mosshart, his final line, 2 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
And from looking at the Mudcats pitching stats here, Lucas Watson looks to be one of, if not the best pitcher on this roster. This will be his 8th appearance on the season, and in 15.2 innings pitched, he struck out 25 batters in 15.2 innings pitched. Very impressive numbers from him. 1.72 ERA.
He's been tremendous for the Mudcats. He's got some elite stuff, high velocity. And this is exactly the guy I think the Mudcats should go to in this situation. They cannot really allow any more runs to score if they want to win this ball game. Maybe have room for one, but they've worked so hard to get themselves back into this ball game. They can't dig themselves into a bigger hole than they already did early on in the ball game. Again, the second game here in this quick mini series between the two teams. Last week, Mudcats went up to Medford, Oregon, where the Rogues took 2 out of 3. And in yesterday's ball game, Medford took care of business, winning 9-2.
Just want to throw it out there for anybody who may be interested. With school coming back up in just a month, if you guys, anybody out there were interested in taking this class, you can sign up for it on the Solano website. You can go to Class Finder, and I believe you type in sports broadcasting, should be a class there to sign up. We do all types of games, volleyball, high school football, which is what we will be starting off with in the fall, baseball, of course, basketball, and I believe that's it. But a lot of good games coming up, which I will be excited for. We do start our football season on August 23rd at Rodriguez, where Fremont will be playing them.
Runner on the move there. The throw down to second is not in time. So Ritigliano in there with the stolen base. That was close.
I believe his 3rd stolen base of the game. Last time he got on base, he stole second and then got to 3rd on the ball in the dirt. Now he's stolen second again.
So it's 1-0 to Nidowitz here.
It's been a problem on the base pass.
Pitch is fired in for a strike. Now, the sports broadcasting program here at Solano certainly gets you a lot of experience, gets you a certificate of achievement in sports broadcasting if you finish the program. Really good leap. It's at the next level, gets you some experience. And certainly has helped me. I was in this class several years ago. I came back here wanting to get some experience, and the door's always open even after you move on from the program.
Yeah, and it's not only just sports announcing. I mean, we have producers in the back that do really all the work. We have a lot of cameramen. So there's a lot of really options if you're interested in any one of those.
Of course, we got the studio. We can go in, do a podcast. Doesn't even, again, have to be about sports. You can do about whatever. I mean, that's the great thing about this class is that our professor, Greg Poff, just gives us the freedom, really, to do whatever we want. And that's really what makes it so much fun.
Absolutely. So Nidowitz grounds out to the second baseman in Delicato, and there is one away in the inning. Meanwhile, Ritigliano advances to 3rd. That'll send up Liam Barrett, who's had a tremendous game, 4 for 4, all singles, an RBI and a couple runs scored, and the infield will come in on the grass here. First pitch from Watson is on the outside corner for a strike. Barrett playing center field today. Struggled a little bit in yesterday's ball game, but has found his groove today. The 0-1. Hit sharply into left field, and he does it again.
5 for 5.
An RBI single for Liam Barrett, and a big run for the Rogues. It's 9-6.
Have yourself a day. My goodness. So coming into this game, too, on the season, he hasn't really been doing that well either. He's 20 for 90 on the season. That's a .222 batting average. And this is the kind of game that you come into and you break out of that slump. And Barrett has certainly done that. 5 for 5 on the game. It's super difficult to do.
One of them was even a bunt single.
Yeah, so he came into this game batting .222. Looks like he's going to leave it batting .263. That's a little jump for him.
40-point increase in your batting average? Take that any day.
1 ball, 1 strike to Cody Ferrante, who came in to pinch hit for Levi Jones in the 5th inning. He had a single to left field. Here's a 1-1, and that's dropped in on the corner. Nice pitch there from Watson, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ferrante. Coming in hitting .258 on the season with 21 RBIs and a home run. Watson fires and misses. So an insurance run for the Medford Rogues. And get a run back. The Mudcats unable to get back-to-back scoreless innings. The 2-2. Fouled back. This Rogues team, this offense is relentless. All season long, they've put up tons of runs on the board, putting a lot of stress on pitching staffs and the opposing offense to try to keep up, but sometimes it's just too much. That ball's hit high in the air down the left field line, but out of play.
I think the one thing to take away from this Rogues offense that we saw yesterday and we're seeing a lot today too is that they're very quick to respond. So any runs that the Mudcats have really scored, they've come right back up in the next inning and have responded immediately.
Here's another 2-2 from Lucas Watson. Called strike 3 at the knees. Fastball right by Ferrante, and there's 2 gone. I'll send up the third baseman, Jack Meisner. He's 1 for 4, but has 2 RBIs. He grounded into a double play in the 1st inning, which brought in a run, and grounded out to second in the 4th inning, which also brought home a run. So, yes, 1 for 4, but productive at the plate nonetheless. With 2 outs in the inning. First pitch. Gets the zone there for a strike. Check swing. 0-2. Barrett on the move, pitches outside, throw to second, and they did not get him. Close play there once again as Barrett slides in safely. So give him the stolen base. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Watson just has to focus on the hitter here. Here's the pitch. Hit. A chopper on the ground to Crudo, fires to first in time. A very wonky ground ball that was hit high in the air to Crudo, but he makes the play for out number 3, but not before the Rogues add a run. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 9-6 Medford. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Rogues lead 9-6. Zion Trammell, Cade Manor, and Drew Kirby on the call for you here today. Austin Menacini will lead things off for Solano. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And Logan Miller still out there for the Rogues. As we get started here, the first pitch is inside for a ball. Menacini, one of the guys getting some work as Tony Cassingue moving on to his school in, I believe, in Colorado. Northern Colorado. Wish him nothing but the best. So it's now 3-0 to Menacini. And he takes ball 4. Not really close there, as that ball was behind him.
Yeah, it's the 3rd time he's walked.
We got number 9, the left fielder, Max McGee.
That'll send up Max McGee. McGee is 0 for 3. A couple ground outs and a pop out. Playing in left field today. Again, a leadoff base runner for the Mudcats. They've done that pretty consistently last several innings. Takes a strike. Swung on and missed, and quickly 0-2 to the left fielder. Miller gets the sign and the pitch. On the inside corner, inside for a ball. Was close. Caught McGee off balance a little bit. Menacini with a small lead over there at first base. Here's the pitch in the dirt. And a nice job there by Fernandez to keep it in front. The 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground to short. Throw over to second, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. And that erases the leadoff walk.
This is unfortunate there for McGee. Makes solid contact. Just hit right at Rutigliano. It's short. It's really an easy turn for him and Graham with how hard that ball was hit. They had plenty of time.
That'll send up the shortstop, Tyler Crudo's at a nice night tonight. 2 for 3 on the day. He had a double in the 4th inning and a single in the 6th. Up the middle, come around to score. Here's the 0-1. That misses away. Mudcats doing a lot better on the offensive side in this ball game. Just pitching has struggled a little bit to kind of shut down the Rogues. 15 hits in the ball game for Medford, 9 for the Mudcats. Here's the 2-1, and that misses away. And that is inside for ball 4. Crudo remembered this time, and it's a 2-out walk. That was in reference to yesterday where Crudo had a walk. Neither he or the umpires or anyone on the Solano side knew it was ball 4, and the next pitch he struck out. So This time he knew. Braden Indelicato will step in. He's 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a single. Trying to get the top of the order up here with runners on here. And he pops up the first pitch to the left side. It has not been easy all night long, and it dropped. Jack Meisner was unable to haul it in.
Oh, my goodness.
And meanwhile, Crudo gets to third. Unbelievable.
I mean, the more times it happens, the more curious I get what the reasoning is. It didn't seem like a hard play, you know?
Absolutely not. That's just, you got to make that play.
So a lucky break there for the Mudcats. Once again, as Holden Rook will step in, and he'll take a strike. So, hey, you know, you can put one up in the air for a pop-up.
Yeah, just hit it in the air. It has a 80% chance of falling.
Yeah. No balls and 1 strike. That's happened. It actually happened again to Indelicato. The second time in a row that's happened at the plate where he's popped one up and reached. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's in the zone. So an error charged to Meisner. And a big AB here. Rook representing the tying run here. Here's a 1-2, and that's in the dirt. It gets away. A run will score. Rounding second and staying at second is Indelicato. But the Mudcats get a run back. It's 9-7.
Making it a bit closer is the most fight I've seen from him all summer.
They had a come from behind win a couple weeks ago and resulted in a walk-off by Preston Freeman. But this would be a tremendous comeback if they were able to do so tonight. Two balls and 2 strikes to the center fielder with Indelicato at second. Here's the pitch. Hits a chopper on the ground. Miller's going to have to make a tough play. He is out.
What a play.
A tough play at first, and Logan Miller makes the play for out number 3. The Mudcats get a run back. We head to the 8th inning, and the Rogues lead 9-7. Nine to 7 is your score as we head to the 8th inning. It's been a wild ball game, folks. The Rogues started off with 3 runs in the first 3 innings. They had the bases loaded multiple times, couldn't quite fully capitalize. Mudcats striking back, picking up some runs in the 6th, getting a run back in the 7th. It's just been a lot of chaos. 24 hits in the ball game. combined for 16 runs for both teams. As the 1-0 is popped up and out of play to the catcher, Ian Fernandez. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. And Lucas Watson out there still for the 8th. I'd like to imagine he will try to finish out this ball game. And a healthy cut there. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nasty movement there on that breaking ball.
Yeah, nice curveball there from Lucas Watson. He's got some good stuff. Can he finish the job here? Here's a 1-2. He can. Strike 3 called. So Fernandez will grab some pine. And that'll send up Aiden Horsley. As my friends will say, that he's grabbing some pine meat. First pitch is a strike to Aiden Horsley. 0-1. Upstairs for a ball. Horsley is 2 for 3 on the day with a walk. He has a pair of singles and RBI. Nice day for the right fielder. Pretty much been a nice day for everyone at the plate, though, for Medford. They've all reached in this ball game. Called strike. 1-2. Mudcats would like a clean inning here from their righty Watson. Here's a 1-2. Low. Mudcats fans didn't like it. I think that was pretty clearly a ball. Two balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch hit on the ground, a chopper to Crudo. Makes the play and fires to first in time for out number 2.
So I gotta say, that breaking pitch from Watson is something else. That's got quite the movement. It's fooling everybody that he's throwing it to. Got him to roll over on it. It's an absolute weapon.
Josh Graham will step in here. Pitch in the dirt. Graham picked up his first hit of the ball game in his last AB. He's 1 for 4. The 1-0. Fouled off his back there. No movement in either bullpen as of right now, so you got to imagine that it will be Logan Miller for the bottom of the 8th inning. For the Rogues. 1-1. And pitch was dropped by Menacini. 2-1. It has certainly cooled off here in Fairfield. 77 degrees. A lot of shade now on our side, which is a relief. Had a massive or major heat wave the last couple weeks. Yesterday's ball game, nice temperatures. Today it's been the same. Friday may not be the same. Looks like it's going to be a hot one, but it's been nice to have some nice cool weather. So ball 4, Josh Graham takes first, and looks like maybe Mudcats were going to get their first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game, and they couldn't quite finish the job there. So Johnny Backus will step in here. 0 for 3 with a walk. Called strike there, 1-1.
Really hit it on the nose a while back, Cade. I mean, Watson's curve, that seriously some nasty stuff.
Tries to go back to that pitch, but he misses there, 2-1.
Man, it just looks unhittable. Looks like it's got the horizontal and the vertical movement to miss barrels. The problem is now that he's having trouble locating the fastball.
And he's fallen behind here, 3-1. He's thrown 35 pitches in this ball game through 1 2/3 innings. Trying to finish the job here in the 8th. Gets a foul ball with Rutigliano waiting on deck.
Don't usually say that you don't want the 9-hitter to come up, but 9-hitter's been scary today.
Absolutely.
Tigliano has been a problem.
Runner on the move there as that pitch is lined down the left field line and foul. Mudcats will be back here on Friday, taking on the Fairfield Indians for a home game. Here's a 3-2, and he walked him. So back-to-back walks here issued by Watson. And here comes Frankie Rutigliano. He's had himself a game. He's 2 for 2. 3 stolen bases. He has a pair of singles, sac fly, a walk. He's just filled up the stat sheet in the 9 spot for Medford. And the first pitch finds the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Tigliano is one of 3 players with multiple hits in the ball game for Medford. The 0-1. Strike 2. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. No runs across, which has been a rare case this ball game. It's only happened 1 time prior. Here's the pitch, and he missed inside. Good location there from Lucas Watson. Just couldn't get the call. Might have missed a little bit inside. Here's the 1-2, and that is cut on and foul. Just a unbelievable protection swing there from Tigliano. Kind of wrapped his back foot around almost.
Hey, you talk about an emergency swing. I'm not even sure how he was able to get a piece of that.
The 1-2. Called strike 3. Lucas Watson with a pair of strikeouts in the inning. Gets around a couple of walks. We head to the bottom of the 8th with the Mudcats trailing by 2.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Resendez, here with a Solano College sports update. Bay Area legend, future Hall of Famer, and one half of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, is on the move, joining Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic on the Dallas Mavericks, who just fell short in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. Klay attended Washington State University and was drafted by the Warriors in 2011 as the 11th overall pick. Klay also started his 11-year career with the Warriors in 2011 and in that time, he achieved 2 All-NBA honors, 5 All-Star Game selections, and 4 NBA championships. He holds many records, such as most points in a quarter with 37, most threes in a game with 14, and has a career total of 2,481 threes, ranking him 6th all-time. In 2019, Clay battled through 2 devastating injuries with his left knee and right Achilles. But he came back strong in 2022 to help the Warriors win the NBA championship, their 4th in 8 years. Clay will be missed, but he will always be a Warrior. This was Isaiah Resendez with a Solano College Sports Update.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Mudcats trailing 9-7. Here on the Solano College Sports Network. We have a new pitcher for the Rogues. It's number 20, Hayden Van Acker. Left-hander from Corbin College.
Van Hacker will be making his 8th appearance on the season, 5.92 ERA and 13.2 innings pitched. 10 strikeouts, 7 walks.
Oh, Ansel Carson will lead things off here for the Mudcats. And he takes a strike. Carson had a triple to center field in the 3rd inning. Pretty much dead center, which brought home the first run of the ball game.
Yeah, I think something to note is that triple was from this side of the plate as he was facing the starter Mejia, so he was hitting on the right side.
Switch hitter has a walk and a strikeout, and also reached on an error. He cuts and misses there, and it's 1-2 now. He has not really had too many counts where he's been ahead for once. He's actually been behind in a lot of these counts, and yet he's still found ways to reach. He's reached 3 of his 4 ABs he's gotten on, and all in different ways. Here's the 1-2, and he takes that pitch inside. Carson leads the team in walks. Had a few in yesterday's ball game. Finds himself in a 2-2 count. And the pitch from Van Acker misses, and here we go. Here's a full count. He should just change his number to 32.
Yeah, flip numbers around?
Yeah, gets himself into so many 3-2 counts. The 3-2, and that pitch is hit in the air to right field. Coming on is Horsley, and he makes the catch for out number 1. He had to move a long ways to make that grab, and there's one away.
Next at third baseman, number 11, Preston Freeman.
So here's Preston Freeman. He's 2 for 4. Has an RBI single. Struck out his last 2 ABs. Takes one at the knees. One's hit on the ground to the first baseman, Backus, and he takes it himself for out number 2.
Mudcats running out of outs in this ball game.
I was just about to say, it's starting to get kind of concerning for the Mudcats, as this is the heart of your order up now, and you're not getting anything done with it. So you're not going to have your best guys up at the plate to try to come back and tie this game up unless they do something right now about it.
Here's Connor Ross. He did something about it in the 5th inning. Hit a home run. And he hits that one down the line to right field. Coming on is Horsley again. He dives and he can't make the grab, and it goes foul. A great effort there from Aiden Horsley in right field, unable to make the catch. Ross in the 5th inning hit a deep shot to center field. Our guess is 415 plus. He hit it 106 miles per hour off the bat. Absolutely crushed off Brock Cords. It was his 4th home run of the season, and he takes a called strike, and it's 0-2. Other than that, he has not reached. He's 1 for 4. And he takes a pitch outside for a ball. Mudcats down to their final 4 outs in the ball game, trying to mount a comeback which saw them trailing by as many as 6 runs. And the pitch is cut on and missed, strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning and a big one for Hayden Van Acker. We head to the 9th and the Rogues lead 9-7. We head to the 9th inning. It's 9-7. The Rogues lead. The Mudcats with their heart of the order at the plate. 2, 3, 4. Go 1, 2, 3 in the inning, and that is certainly deflating. Still have an opportunity to try to win this ball game, but that would have been nice to at least pick up a run. So Lucas Watson still out there for the 9th. He'll look to keep this a 2-run ball game. However, he'll face the top of the order here as Cody Nidowitz steps in here. Nidowitz 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Pair of runs scored. But here we go. Let's see how Lucas Watson can handle the top of the lineup, which has had a really good game for the Rogues. The first pitch is there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Kate, I want to ask you, in regards with Lucas Watson, he's only given up, I believe, 1 run so far. Really the only pitcher that's kind of been able to stop and at least slow down this Medford lineup. Is there something in particular that you're seeing, or do you just feel it's the stuff?
Yeah, we've kind of been glazing it a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, his stuff. That curveball that he's got is just filthy, man. And when you've got something like that, that not only has that kind of movement, but then it's something that you can locate and keep out of the way of the middle of the zone and keep away from barrels. It's no wonder that his stats have been so impressive.
So Liam Barrett hits a fly ball to center field, and for the first time in the ball game, he is retired.
They got him out.
He was 5 for 5 in the ball game. Prior to that, he had 5 singles, and he is retired.
That was still a hard hit ball,
yeah,
too. That was not an easy out.
Might look like maybe it could have had a chance to get in the gap or leave the ballpark potentially, but it was harmless. It's a second out, and here's Cody Ferrante, who's 1 for 2. First pitch to him is a strike. Didn't really, to be honest, did not think that was a strike, but
Yeah,
we'll take it.
very inside.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply down the line and foul. Out of play. Quickly 0-2. Watson working quickly in this 9th inning. Trying to get these bats up and an opportunity to either tie or win the ball game. A couple runs. Here's the pitch. Outside. May not have been the pitch that Menacini was anticipating. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Filthy stuff from Lucas Watson. He shuts the door in the 9th. The Mudcats need 2 to tie and 3 to win. We'll be right back. Final possible ABs here for the Mudcats. They trail 9-7. It'll be 5-6-7 for Solano. Dalen Shipp will lead things off. Trying to spark a comeback here is Hayden Van Acker, who took care of business in the 8th, is on for the 9th. He throws a strike there. As the Rogues try to take both games in this series between the two teams, and 4 out of the last 5 between the two. Here's the 0-1. And that's hit on the ground, a chopper to Meisner, who fields it on the hop, throws to first, and he is out. It looked like the only reason I hesitated was the first base umpire was pointing at the bag or the ball, and I thought maybe the ball came out, and that's maybe what Coach Stafford is pleading here.
Yeah, he's going to come out and have a word with the first base umpire about Backus maybe being off the base.
That could also be a possibility. It's a little hard to tell. And I thought maybe he was going to call him safe, but he's confirming that his foot was on the bag and he caught the ball.
Yes, that was a nice play from Meisner on the hop. That was a tough play to make on the short hop, but after he fielded it, he took a while on the exchange to throw the ball over there. It made the play a lot closer at first. Looks like so Kyle Stafford will at least convince the umpires to converge amongst themselves to talk about it. And, I mean, this is a huge call.
Absolutely, and
I don't know. I feel like I highly doubt that they can really just talk it over and just change the call here. I assume it will stand.
Yeah, I
It
agree
will.
with you.
So the call will stand. It's a ground out for Dalen Ship.
And respect to the umpires for at least, talking it over with each other.
Yeah, that could have been just, I feel like they may have knew, but yeah, it was a close play. Nonetheless, Ship is out, and it's not the first time we've had some run-ins with the umpires and had some crazy calls. It's summer ball. Anything can happen, I guess. But I think they made the right call there. First pitch is swung on and missed from Austin Menacini. He has 3 walks on the day. Could really use another one here. And he hits that into right field, and instead it's going to go into the right center gap. Menacini rounding second. He's going to head for third. The throw is in time. Menacini is gunned at third, and a big second out.
I don't see a reason to go for third there. I mean, you could be there at second safely, without a doubt. And I mean, it's a 2-run game, so I don't see the point in rounding and trying to attempt for that third base.
Yeah, I agree with you, Drew. But not only that, but I kind of noticed as Menacini was rounding second, he kind of had to, slow down and take smaller steps, as his strides weren't smooth to kind of, round second smoothly. He kind of had to slow down a little bit and take some smaller steps, and it's definitely slowed him down as he was rounding second base.
Mason Sayer coming in to pinch hit for McGee. It's 1-1. Yeah, he would have been would have sent the tying run to the plate had he stayed at second. I thought he might have, but he was trying to go for 3 and he got thrown out.
And now instead of the tying run at the plate,
down to the last out.
Down to the last out, yeah.
So 2 balls and a strike now to Sayer. Trying to come through for the Mudcats here. Keep this game alive. And he'll take a strike. It's 2-2, and the Mudcats are now down to their last strike. A great relay nonetheless as well from the Rogues. They did a great job there. And here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The deliver from Van Acker. That's hit on the ground and foul. It was a ball that was hit into the gap. Long way for Horsley to make the throw, and they did a great job to get Menacini out at third. So he got a double, but that doesn't mean much because he was thrown out at third. Here's the pitch, and that just misses. So Sayer stays alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here we go. Deep breath in the pitch from Van Acker, and that is outside for ball 4. And it sends up a guy who's had a good day at the plate in Tyler Crudo.
Shortstop, number 14, Tyler Crudo.
Crudo has reached base in his last 3 at-bats. He has a double, a single, and a walk. He represents the tying run. Here's the pitch. Popped foul.
Crudo wasting absolutely no time. And unfortunately, that pitch was a little high.
Should he reach base, it will be a pinch hitter for Indelicato. Looks like it'd be Hunter Graham. Here's the 0-1. A check swing, and he did not go around, says the first base umpire, and it's 1-1. So Sayer with a very small lead at first. Not even going to attempt trying to steal second, obviously. 1 ball and 1 strike. Van Acker from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And a called strike on the outside corner. 1-2.
The entire Solano dugout is not happy with that strike 2 call.
And unfortunate there for Crudo. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that's inside for a ball. Crudo stays alive. Runner on first, 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Line into right field, that's a base hit. Rounding second and staying at second wisely, probably a smart thing to do, is Sayer. So Crudo delivers. And there's runners on first and second.
Now batting, pinch hitter, number 18, Hunter Graham.
So that'll send up Hunter Graham.
The winning run is now at the plate.
And pinch hitting for Braden and Delicato. And a meeting at the mound. Just thinking, of possibilities here. Bases could have been loaded potentially. A run might have scored. It could have been 9-8. You just don't know. Unfortunately, Mendocini thrown out at third has kind of been the difference in this inning so far. But Sayer at second. Crudo represents the tying run, and Hunter Graham, pretty new to this ball club, has an opportunity to make his impact here. Junior from the University of San Francisco. He's come in some other pinch hit opportunities, so this is nothing new. First and second, 2 outs. Mudcats trailing by 2 runs. Trying to come through with a come-from-behind victory. The first pitch is cut on and missed. 0-1. The top of the order waiting on deck in Holden Rook. Can Graham deliver? Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And quickly 0-2. Graham chasing that one out of the zone. And he's down to his final strike. Van Acker gets the sign and the pitch. At the top of the zone. A good eye there, 1-2. That was close. Let's do it again. The 1-2. Fouled back, and Graham stays alive. This is not an easy AB. In the bottom of the 9th inning, a pinch hit opportunity to try to give your team a chance to tie the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch.
Yes, he
cut
did.
on and missed. Strike 3, and that is the ball game. Hayden Van Acker gets out of some trouble, and he delivers the Rogues a 9-7 victory. Close game and an unfortunate outcome for the Mudcats. Cade, why don't we talk first about Solano and this comeback effort? What did you see? What did you like from them in this game despite the loss?
Well, I talked about, in that 5th inning when they were down 8-2, they needed somebody to step up and try to give them a wake-up call, a little bit of a jolt of electricity to try to get back into this game. And Connor Ross did just that. And, ever since that, next inning they put up 3, made this a competitive ball game, but unfortunately came short up in the end.
Yeah, and Drew, for the Rogues, a great victory for them once again. What stood out to you about them, their efforts in tonight's ball game?
It's got to be the offense. You knew coming into this series that they were a hard-hitting team, and they did exactly that. Everybody on their lineup touched first base. A lot of players with multiple scoring hits. Logan Barrett, 5 for 6. Liam Barrett. So really just a lot of hitters just all throughout their lineup, 1 through 9, and to me that's what secured their victory. But I do want to give the props to the Mudcats. Because, they could have rolled over just like their last game when it was 9-2, but they fought hard, and it wasn't what they wanted, not the way they wanted the game to end, but it was still a hard-fought game.
Yeah, it's hard to lose. When you go out there and get 15 hits, but I guess I'm kind of just realizing now that Liam Barrett alone had a third of those hits. So crazy game from him. But yeah, you come out and you have 15 hits as a team. It's really hard to lose, and especially since we mentioned a couple of times already that they probably should have scored more. They should have probably realistically had 12 or 13 runs scored in this game. They've had a lot of opportunities, you know, with runners on with the bases loaded, with less than 2 outs. But you know, still very impressive performance from their offense.
Yeah, it was a great game. Lots of offense, lots of fun, lots of excitement and drama, and it came down to the final batter in Hunter Graham. So the Rogues, they advanced to 22-16 on the summer, while the Mudcats dropped to 13-15. They'll be back here on Friday against the Fairfield Indians. First pitch is set for 5 o'clock. For Cade Manor and Drew Kirby and our entire Solano College Sports Network crew, I'm Zion Trammell. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on Friday. Have a good night.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for 3! It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock, Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.